शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करभावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अगजानन पद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्महे। श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां श्रीहयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रीहयग्रीवमूर्तये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। उमाकोमलहस्ताब्ज सम्भावितललाटकं हिरण्यकुण्डलं वन्दे कुमारं पुष्करस्वजं। வெற்றிவேல் முருகனுக்கு ஹரஹரோஹரா. லோகவீரியம் மகாபூஜ்யம் சர்வரக்ஷாகரம் விபும் பார்வதி ஹிருதயானந்தம் சாஸ்தாரம் பிரணமாம்யகம். சுவாமியே சரணமையப்ப. வாகர்த்தாவிவ சம்பிரக்தௌ வாகர்த்த பிரதிபத்தயே जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। श्री पार्वती परमेश्वराभ्यां नमः। कोमलं कूजयन् वेणुं श्यामलोऽयं कुमारकः वेदवेद्यं परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्रीनाथ नारायण वासुदेव। पीताम्बरं करविराजितचक्रशङ्खकौमोदकी सरसिजं करुणासमुद्रं राधासहायम् अतिसुन्दरमन्दहासं वातालयेशम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। कृष्णो रक्षतु मां चराचर गुरुः कृष्णं नमस्ये सदा। कृष्णेनैव सुरक्षितोऽहमसकृत् कृष्णाय दत्तं मनः। कृष्णादेव समुद्भवो मम विभो कृष्णस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम्। कृष्णे भक्तिरचञ्चलास्तु भगवन् हे कृष्ण तुभ्यं नमः। श्री गुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं। नम्राणां सन्निधत्ते सततमपि पुरस्तैरनभ्यर्थितानपि आर्तान् कामानजस्रं वितरति परमानन्दसान्द्रां गतिं च। इत्थं निःशेषलभ्यो निरवधिकफलः पारिजातो हरे त्वं क्षुद्रं तं चक्रवाटी ध्रुममभिलषति व्यर्थमर्त्यव्रजोऽह्यं। श्रीगुरुवायूरप्पा शरणं। श्रीभट्टपादम् अनिशं हृदि भावयामि। वंशी विभूषितकरात् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरात् अरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। കൈരണ്ടും കൂപ്പി ഞാൻ വിണ്ടൂമീറക്കുന്നു നീരജലോചന നിന്നോടായി. ഏതീനു മന്യനെ കുമ്പിടേണ്ടാത്തോരു പ്രീതിയിൽ നീ എന്നെ പാലിക്കെന്നായി. കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ ജയ കൃഷ്ണ ഹരേ. Good evening everyone. Welcome to the class. So we'll do a quick review of 100. Meera, can you do one half?
Sure.
Vijaya, can you do the other half? Vijaya?
Yeah. Keshaadi pada varnanam.
अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिदतर कला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषा प्लावितोऽहं तदनु तदुदरे दिव्य कैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्बरम्यं परमसुकरसा स्वादरो माञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च नीलाभं कुञ्चिताग्रं घनममलतरं संयतं चारुभङ्ग्या रत्नोत्तं साभिरामं बलयितमुदय चन्द्रकैः पिञ्चजालैः मन्दारसन्निवीतं तव पृथुकबरी भारमालोकयेऽहं स्निग्धश्वेतोर्ध्वपुन्द्रामपि च सुललितां फालबालेन्दुवीतीं हृदयं पूर्णानुकं हृद्यं पूर्णानुकम्पार्णवमृदुलहरी चञ्चलभूर्विलासैः आनीलस्निग्धपक्ष्मावलिपरिलसितं नेत्रयुग्मं विभोते सान्द्रच्छायं विशालारुण कमलदलाकारम् आमुग्धतारं कारुण्यालोकलीलशिशिरितभुवनं क्षिप्यतां मय्यनाते.
The first line and the chanchala bhru vilasaihi. And the bhru, okay, this.
Oh, chanchala, okay.
Chanchala bhru vilasaihi, okay.
Vilasaihi, okay. उत्तुङ्गोल्लासिनासं हरिमणि मुकर प्रोल्ल सद्गन्धपाली व्यालोलत् कर्णपाशाञ्चित मकरमणिकुण्डल द्वन्द्वदीप्रम् उन्मीलदन्तपङ्क्तिस्फुरधरनुतर बिम्बादरान्तः प्रीति प्रश्यन्ति मन्दस्मित मधुरतरं वक्रमुद्भासतं मे वक्रं मुद्भासतां मे.
And the third line, just the first half, can you say it again?
Unmilat danta pankti spura dharanutar
darunatara.
Okay. Darunatara chaya bimbadharantaf. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Bahudvandvena ratnojvala valayabhrita sonapani pravale nopatam venunalim prasruta anakamayu kanguli sangasaram.
Prasuta naka mayu kanguli.
Prasruta kadayada.
First ta, not ta. Prasruta naka mayu kanguli.
Prasruta naka mayu kanguli sangasaram.
Yeah.
Kritva vaktrarabinde sumadura vikasad draga mudbhavyamanaihi sabda brahmamrataistvam sishirita bhuvanaihi sinchame karnavitim.
I can stop here. And the first line bahu dvandvena kapran, there is a comma, okay? The first line after bahu dvandvena and after brita. Okay. Vijaya, keep me.
Okay. Utsarpat kaustupa sitadi piranuritam komalam kantatesam vakshat srivatsaramyam taralatara samutti prahara pradanam nana varna prasuna valikisalain inim Vanyamalam vilolalolam vam lampamana murasitavatata pavaye ratnamalam ange panjangaragaihi dishaya vigasrau
Atishaya.
அதிசய விகசத் சௌரபாக் पृष्ठलोकं लीनानेक त्रिलोकी विदतिमपि कृसां विप्रतं मत्यवल्लीं शक्राश्मन्यस्त तप्तोज्ज्वल कनकनिभं पीदस्तेलं तदानं ध्यायामो दीप्तरश्मि स्फुटमणिरशना किङ्गिनी मण्डितं त्वाम्.
The second line in the vitatimapi kapram there is a comma, okay, in the second line.
Oh, okay.
Keep going.
ऊरु चारु तावोरु कनमसृण रुचौ चित्तचोरौ रमायाः विश्वचोपं विशङ्क्य ध्रुवमनिशमुपौ पीतशैलावृताङ्कौ आनम्राणां पुरस्तात् न्ययस्तनत्रुद संस्तार्तपाली समुत्कच्चायं जानुत्वञ्ज क्रमपृदुल मनोज्ञा मनुग्ने स जंगे निषेवेम.
Yeah, and the janudvayam, the last line, right? Chayam janudvayam. Okay.
எப்படி சொல்லணும்?
janudvayam.
Vayama.
Okay. Dva is coming. Id and the va is coming. Janudvayam. Yeah, dva. Okay, two. And then the first line is uru charu tavoru, all long. U.
Okay. Uru charu tavoru tavoru.
Okay. Yeah, keep going. You can start the next one. Yeah.
Manchiram manjanadairiva padapajanam shreya ityalapandam padakram prantimajjat pranada janamano mantarottarakurmam uttunga tamra rajan himakara jyotsanya shasritanam santapat वान्तहन्त्रीं तदिमनुकलये मङ्गलाम् अङ्गुलीनाम्.
Yeah, the first line after Manjunadairiva there is a comma, okay?
Oh, okay. योगीन्द्राणां त्वदङ्गेष्वधिक सुमधुरं मुक्तिपाजां निवासो भक्तानां कामवर्षत् युधरुचिसलयं नाद ते पादमूलं नित्यं चित्तस्थितं मे पवनपुरपते कृष्णकारुण्यसिन्धो हृत्वा निःशेषतावान् प्रदिशतु परमानन्दसन्दोह लक्ष्मीम्. प्रदिशतु परमानन्दसन्दोह लक्ष्मीम्. प्रदिशतु
then the full and that 11th, after you say 11th, you say both 10th and 11th full paragraph 3 times.
Oh, அப்படியா?
Yeah. Okay, but you don't have to do it today, but in general.
Okay. अज्ञात्वा ते महत्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथ क्षमेताः स्तोत्रं चैतस्य हस्रोत्तरमधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात्. त्वेदा नारायणीयं श्रुतिषु च जनशा स्तुत्यता वर्णनेन Sabitam Leelav
Sorry, Speetam.
Sweetam Leelavatharaihi Idamiha Kurutam Ayurarogya Saukyam.
Krishna Apr21 Namah. Okay, so we'll start Narayana Kavacham today. So, like I said, I know I just gave an indication. the script that I sent, right? Some people found that font difficult to follow. So that's why I kind of said, if you all have a different version of it, you can follow that other version of it, because this particular Sanskrit version, people found that script to be little difficult to follow, right? Otherwise, the script is all correct only. We'll follow that in the way we kind of have it there. So let me just get that. So the way we'll do this, we'll start. Vikram, you can be a student for the first half. Anu, can you be a student for the first half?
Yeah.
Okay, you may have to come on video, Anu, for this first half, because we're going to do some nyasam, so I want to make sure. Okay. So, right, if you're looking at the text that I sent, I highlighted in yellow some portions, right? And then below that, I put instructions in English. So what that means is the yellow portions, we are not going to say. We are not going to chant those yellow portions, but we are going to do the nyasam, which follows that, because that's what it actually tells. The yellow portion says, do this nyasam, do these, do these. So if you just say it, it's of no use. You have to actually do that, right? So another times we won't say those portions, we'll just do that portions, right? Okay, so just to give a quick context of Narayana Kavacham, so this comes in Bhagavatam, in the Shashta Skandam, 6th Skanda, Ashtamodhyaya, 8th Adhyayam, where Parikshit is actually inquiring Shukha Brahman that what is that one mantra of Vishnu which protected King Indra, right, when he was in a really bad state, which is the mantra which actually propped him up, right? And then because of that, he was able to win over all his enemies, and then he became the lord of the worlds and all that stuff. So Parikshit asks Shukha Brahman, for which Shukha Brahman says, okay, let me tell you the mantra which Vishwarupa, who was one of the, so Brihaspati is a guru of the Devas. At one point, Brihaspati and Indra didn't get along, so Brihaspati ended up leaving and going, because of which Indra's powers came down and the Asuras became stronger. So at that time, this Vishwarupa was one of the guru who became the guru of the gods of Indra. So, and the Vishwarupa teaches this mantra to Indra. Okay, so this is a mantra that Indra then chants, because of which he becomes powerful. And that mantra, Shukha Brahman is going to tell Parikshit. Okay, so that is the context of how this is laid out.
ராஜேஸ்வரி ஒரு கேள்வி. 6th chapter எத்தனாவது இது சொன்னேன்?
Shashta Skandam Ashtamodhyaya, 6th Skandam, 8th chapter of Bhagavatam.
Okay.
Okay. So in the Narayana, it's a 23rd chapter. The story comes about Indra not being powerful and Vishwarupa and what happens after that. There's another story that comes in 23rd chapter of Narayana, but Narayana does not cover Narayana Kavacham as such. Okay, but there is a place where he talks about it and says Vishwarupa teaches Indra your your mantram which makes him stronger. Appadinu Bhadrapad just leaves it. So Sri Rajo Vacha. So idu vande most of the lines the tune is, it's 2 lines, but we will break in the middle of every line, and some lines we will say it together. Okay, but majority of the times the first line we'll break it into half, second line also we'll break it into half. Okay, so I'll say it once and then I'll break it. Shri Rajo Vacha Yaya Gupta Sahasrakshah Savahan Ripusainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Bhubuje Shriyam. So Raja is Parikshit. Parikshit is asking the question that I just said, is tell me that, right, which made Indra strong. So Rajo Vacha Yaya Guptaha. So you can put a is there. Guptas Sahasrakshaha, comma Savahan Ripu Sainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya, comma Trilokya Bhubuje Shriyam. Rajo Vacha Yaya Gupta Sahasrakshah Savahan Ripusainikan Kridanniva Vinirjitya Trilokya Bhubuje Shriyam.
Rajo Vacha Yaya Gupta Sahasrakshah Savahan Ripusainikan क्रीडन्निव विनिर्जित्य त्रैलोक्य बुभुजे श्रियम् राजोवाच यया गुप्तः सहस्राक्षः सवाहान् रिपुसैनिकान् क्रीडन्निव निविर्जित्य त्रिलोक्या बुभुजे श्रियम्
विनिर्जित्य क्रीडन्निव विनिर्जित्य
क्रीडन्निव विनिर्जित्य
राजोवाच यया गुप्तः सहस्राक्षः सवाहान् रिपुसैनिकान् क्रीडन्निव विनिर्जित्य त्रिलोक्या बुभुजे श्रियम् राजोवाच यया गुप्तः सहस्राक्षः सवाहान् रिपुसैनिकान् क्रीडन्निव विनिर्जित्य त्रिलोक्या बुभुजे श्रियम्
Stanza 2 Bhagavamstan mamakhyahi comma varma narayanatmakam yatha this one if you want you can break it into yatha tathayina. It comes together in the sense like and the double s comes in Sanskrit, right? So yatha tathayinaha is there, you can put a ish to join yatha tathayinash shatrun comma yena gupto jayan mridhe. So he says Parikshit is saying this, from what I have heard, this armor is fully blessed by Narayana and it has his full blessings. So I want to learn that armor. What is that shield that you can actually teach me, which will protect me and get me victorious after all these enemies, Gupto and all Gupta is all the enemies, which will Jayan Mridhe, which will make me victorious against them.
Is there a comma, Adishti? The second
at the middle of every line. So mama kyahi kapram comma shatrun. After that also comma in the middle of that. Okay. Bhagavam stan mama kyahi varma narayanatmakam yatha tatha hina shatrun yena gupto jayan mridhe.
Bhagavamstan mamakhyahi varmanarayanatmakam yatha tatayina shatrun yena gupto jayan mridhe. Bhagavanstan mamakhyahi varmanarayanatmakam yatha tatayina shatrun yena gupto jayan mridhe.
भगवंस्तं ममाख्याहि वर्मनारायणात्मकं यथा तथा येन शत्रून् येन गुप्तो जयन्मृधे भगवंस्तं ममाख्याहि वर्मनारायणात्मकं यथा तथा येन शत्रून् येन गुप्तो जयन्मृधे.
Shri Shuka Vacha Vritaha, put a F there, Vritaf Purohitas Twashtro, comma, Mahendrayanu Prichyate Narayanakyam Varmaha Tadihaika Manaha, put a ish, Tadihaika Manash Shrunu. So here again, like it is said in the story, Sri Shuka Brahmam is saying, let me tell you what Indra asked Vishwarupa, who is the Purohitaha, who was their chief priest at the time, and listen carefully this Narayana Kavacham mantra, which I am going to teach you. He's just setting the stage here. Shri Shuka Uvacha Vritah Purohitastvashtro Mahendra Yanu Prichate Narayanakyam Varmaha Tadihaika Manashrunu.
Shri Shuka Uvacha Vritah Purohitastvashtro Mahendrayanu Prichate Narayanakyam Varmaha Tadihaika Manashrunu. Shri Shuka Uvacha Vritah Purohitastvashtro Mahendrayanu Prichate Narayanakyam Varmaha Tadihaika Manashrunu.
Shri Shukovacha Vritah Purohitastvashtro Mahendrayanu Prichate Narayanakyam Varmaha Tadihaika Manashrunu. Shri Shukovacha vratah purohitastvaštro mahendrayanuprichyate narayanakyam varmaha tadihaikamana shrunu.
The shrunu and the end of the is a short u, okay? So
Tadihaikamana shrunu. Shrunu.
Shrunu. So the next 4, 5, 6, and 7 that you have, we won't chant those as such, but I'll tell you what you're supposed to do. Okay. So it says, of course, wash your hands and feet and everything before you say this mantra, and says you sit facing north when you're chanting this mantra. Okay. So and you can make notes if you want. So you sit facing north, and then the first thing it says is you imagine a shield protecting your body. Now it could be you can imagine a shield protecting your body or your family or whoever, right? So you can imagine a shield, and then it says chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 11 times. Okay, so even when we are doing this Parayanam on Saturday, the person who's going to be doing it, she's not going to tell you what to do, she's just going to go. So when she'll say this Tadihai Kamana Shrunu, and then she's like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, she just continues saying it. Okay, so you kind of have to know what you're supposed to do. So you can write it down that you first chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 11 times and imagine a shield protecting you and your family. Next, for each part, right? So we're going to say this Om Namo Narayanaya. We're going to break it into each of those aksharams, right? And then you're going to focus on each part of your body for however long you want. It could be like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, according to you, right? And generally, it is easy to touch that part of your body. That way, you get your focus to that part of the body, but you don't have to touch it if you don't want to. You can just imagine it, right? So when you say Om, you first start with your feet. So you touch your feet or imagine your feet and say Om. And then you come up, go up to your knees. So you touch your knees and then say Na. And then go up, come to your thighs, Mo in the Om Namo, Mo in the thighs. Then your belly, you do Na. Then come to your heart, you do Ra. Then chest, Ya. Face, Na. Then head, Ya. And then you kind of imagine your whole body and say Om Namo Narayanaya. Okay. So Vikram, you want to just try this just one time and you don't have to pause too much, just a couple of seconds at each part, right? Oh, louder.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo 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 Narayanaya.
You are muted, Rajesh.
Sorry. Yeah. I just said you start with Om at the feet and end with Ya at your head. Okay. Okay. You don't have to say Om Namo Bhagavate 11 times. You can just do the Nyasam part of it.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Okay. So now we will the same thing. We're going to do it with the thumb, right? So anytime, and most of you are familiar with doing this for Devi Mahatmyam and other things. When you're doing, you start with your thumb. You use your middle finger and roll it from the bottom of your thumb to the top of your thumb, right? So this is my thumb, right? So you kind of use your middle finger and roll it from the bottom to the top of both your hands. That is Om. Then once you do it, your thumb first, then your thumb becomes the rolling one. Then you start with your index finger next, right? So with your thumb, you roll from the bottom to the top of your index finger, Na. Okay, next to mo is your middle finger. So use the thumb, roll from the bottom to the top of the middle finger, mo. Then ring finger is na. Okay, again, use your thumb, roll it from bottom to top. Ra is the little finger. Okay, use your thumb, roll it from the bottom to the top, ra. Then ya is the inside of your palms. And na is the outside of your palms. And ya is the namaskara mudra. Okay, so you say each of these. So I'll say, for example, Om, Na, Mo, Na, Ra, Ya, Na, Ya. Then Om Namo Narayanaya. Okay. Any questions, anybody? I'll pause to see if anybody has any questions. Okay, go ahead. If you have any questions, feel free to speak. Sorry, Vijaya, question இருக்கா?
இல்ல இந்த முதல்து சொல்லுங்களேன், இந்த ஓம் முதல்ல அந்த தம்பு சொல்லுங்க. Just can you show it?
See, thumb, right? So both hands, thumbs, right? You use your middle finger, right, and roll it from the bottom of the thumb to the top of the thumb, right?
Okay.
Like this.
Okay.
And once you do that, then you use your thumb to roll into the other fingers. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya.
So that is up to that 7 count. Next 8 and 9, right, is kind of Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha is what it is. That's why if you look at the 10th one, it says Om Vishnave Nama Iti. Okay, so we're going to break that Om Vishnave Namaha into the various things. So this time it is, so first one, what you do is Karanyasam is what you do for your hand. Then Anganyasam is what you do for your body, right? So here Om, you kind of touch with your heart, right? Then, so this is kind of pretty similar, I think, in those who Devi Matmyam, right? You do with your heart, then you Shirase, then Shikhaye, Kavachaya, Hum, Asnetatraya, same thing, right? So first you start with your Om, touch your heart. Then V, you touch your head, Shirase, right? Then Sha, you touch the middle of your eyebrows, Sha. Then Na is kind of the middle of your head, right? Na. Okay. Then Ve is both your eyes, kind of both your eyes is Ve. Then the next one, Na, is all the joints in your body. So you can kind of start with your shoulder joint, then go to your elbows, then go to your wrist. Each time you can say Na, 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 and then your waist, Na, your knees, Na, then your ankles. Both. You can do it with both your hands. So you're touching all of those at the same time, right? Na. And then Ma is just all over your body, right? And then you kind of look at all the 4 directions, and then top and bottom, up and down, and say Ma Astraya Phat. Okay, so like, so I'll do this whole thing. So Om Vi Sha Na Ve Na 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 Ma, and then Ma Astraya Phat, 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 Ma Astraya Phat. Okay, so that you kind of do it in all the 6 directions. Any questions, or everybody's clear? Okay.
Om Vi Sha Na Ve Na 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 Ma Astraya Phat. 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 Om Vishnave Namaha.
அந்த விஷ்ணுவை நமயதி சொல்ல வேண்டாம். I think that's kind of what we can say. That's okay. You can say Om Vishnave Namayati. That's okay. You can say, but it's not needed.
Om Vi Sha Na Ve Na 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 Ma
Ma astraya.
Astraya phat. Ma 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 astraya phat.
ராஜேஷ் அதுல ஒண்ணு வந்து டச் த ஹெட் இருக்கு, ஒண்ணு வந்து டச் த ஹெட் த ஹேர்னு இருக்கு. ரெண்டுத்துல என்ன வித்தியாசம் அது?
அந்த ஒன்னு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் சொல்லும்போது it is just the top, right? That shiras. Then the second one is in the middle of your head, right? In the middle of the head. Second time when it comes. So then you can say Om Vishnave Namayati, which is just meditating on Om Vishnave Namaha, right? So the next one. So and then after you do it, it says the next one. Atmanam paramam dhyayet dhyayam shat shakti bhiryutam vidya tejas tapomurtim imam mantram udaharet. Says after you finish doing this nyasam, then you kind of think that you are one with the supreme personality of the Godhead, which is Mahavishnu, who is full in the Shat Shakti. So the six things, right, which is the beauty, strength, knowledge, and all the Aishwaryam that he has has the full capabilities of all those six. You meditate on him, and then you chant the following stanzas which come later, which is the Narayana Kavacham. Okay. So Atmanam Paramam Dhyayet. You can, that double da that is coming there, we're going to break it. So you put Dhyayet, it, and then put a comma. Then next one is Dhyayam Shat Shakti Bhiryutam Vidya Tejas Tapo Murtim Im, and then comma, Imam Mantram Udaharet, or Imam Mantram Udaharet together. Atmanam Paramam Dhyayet Dhyayam Shat Shakti Bhiryutam Vidya Tejas Tapo Murtim Imam Mantram Udaharet.
Atmanam paramam dhyayet dhyayam shat shakti bhiryutam vidya tejas tapo murtim imam mantra mudaharet. Atmanam paramam dhyayet dhyayam shat shakti bhiryutam vidya tejas tapo murtim imam mantra mudaharet.
Atmanam paramam dhyayet dhyayam shat shaktirbhiryutam vidya tejas tapo murtim imam mantram udaharet. Atmanam paramam dhyayet dhyayam shat shaktirbhiryutam vidya tejas tapo murtim imam mantram udaharet.
Rajesh, அது செகண்ட் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைன் ஆத்மானம் பரமம் தியாயேத் ஏஎம்ல அந்த இடத்துல இது இருக்கு, அப்புறம் தியே இருக்கு.
இல்ல அதான் the and another dha is underneath it, right? Da இருக்கு, and then a dha, second dha is underneath.
Second dha இருக்கு.
So and the first dha becomes a it when it is written separately, it ஆயிடுது. And then the second dha that is there is not a full dha, it is just a half. So dya, and next ya oda அது combine ஆயிடுது, so it becomes a dhyayam. Okay,
okay, thank you.
Just checking something to tell.
கடைசி இது எப்படி முடிக்கிறது அந்த வார்த்தை சொல்லுங்களேன்.
Imam mantram udaharet, it
தானே?
ஆமா.
அரேத்.
Okay. Stanza 12. Om harir biradhyan mama sarva raksham न्यस्तांग्रि पद्मः पदगेन्द्र पृष्ठे दरारि चर्मासि गदेषु चाप पाशान् दधानोष्ट गुणोष्ट बाहुः. He says this supreme lord who's sitting on the back of Garuda, who has 8 arms, Ashtabahu, each having 1 weapon. So this lord who also has the Ashta Siddhi, right? Who has the various the ability to go down, ability to become small, ability to become big, light, heavy, and all that. Ashta Siddhi. So please protect me, and I'm going to be meditating on you. You just start this thing. It's the kind of a dhyana sloka, right? You're meditating on that lord who has the 8 arms sitting on the back of Garuda. So Om Harir Vidadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham, comma, Nyastangri Padmaha, put a F, Padmah, Pataghendra Prishte. So Pataka Indra means it was the king of birds, which is Garuda. Pataghendra Prishte, Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa, and then put a plus, because they are describing the 8 weapons he's having in each of the hands. So we will just combine this. So Gadeshu Chapa Pashan Dadhanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu. Okay. So Dadhanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu. Om Harirvidadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangri Padmah Padagendra Prishte Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pashan Dadhanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu.
Om Harirvidanyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangri Padmah Patangetra Prishte Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pashan Dadhanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu.
The first line, Vidadhyan, Harir Vidadhyan.
Harirvidadhyan Sarva Raksham. Om Harirvidadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangri Padmah Patangendra Prishte Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pashan Dadhanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu.
Om Harirvidadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangri Padmah Patagendra Prishte Durari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pasham Dadanoshtu Gunoshta Bahuhu.
Darari Charma. First word Darari.
Darari. Om Harirvidadhyan Mama Sarva Raksham Nyastangri Padmah Patagendra Prishte Darari Charmasi Gadeshu Chapa Pasham Dadhanoshtu Ashtagunoshta Bahuhu.
Yeah, and there's a rendu Ashta varde. One the Ashta Guna, Ashta Bahu. So he's saying he has 8 arms in which he has 8 weapons, and he then has the Ashta Guna, 8 gunas, right? Ashta Siddhi. So that's why it's Dadanoshta Gunoshta Bahuhu. This is coming together, but that's what the 2 things there are. Stanza 13. Jaleshu mam rakshatu matsya murtihi yado ganebhyo varunasya pashat staleshu maya vatuvamano vyate trivikramah khevatu vishwarupah. So I won't get into detailed meaning, it will take too much time, but I'll give you just a quick update. So in jalam, in water, so may you, O Narayana, who came in the form of Matsya Murti, please protect me from water and all the creatures in the water, right? Then you took your Maya energy and you were born as Vamana, so in the dwarf form. So in the dwarf form, when you are born as Vamana, that Vamana, please protect me on land. Then that Vamana, when you became big and then you conquered the entire the 3 worlds, all the worlds in your 3 steps as Vishwarupa, you please protect me in the sky. So protect me in the land, water, and in the sky in these various forms of yours. So Jaleshu Mam Rakshatu Matsya Murtihi. Put a Visarga there and a comma. Next line, the Yak male, if you have a ir, remove that off. Yado Ganebhyo Varunasya Pashat Staleshu Maya Vatu Vamano Vyat, comma. Trivikramaha. Put a H on Trivikramah Khevatu Vishwarupaha. Jadeshu mam rakshatu matsya murtihi yado ganebhyo varunasya pashat स्थलेषु माया वटुवामनो व्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः.
जलेषु मां रक्षतु मत्स्यमूर्तिः यादो गणेभ्यो वरुणस्य पाशात् स्थलेषु माया वटुवामनो व्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः. जलेषु मां रक्षतु मत्स्यमूर्तिः यादो गणेभ्यो वरुणस्य पाशात् स्थलेषु माया वटुवामनो व्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः.
जलेषु मां रक्षतु मत्स्यमूर्तिः यादो गणेभ्यो वरुणस्य पाशात् स्थलेषु माया वटुवामनो व्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः. जलेषु मां रक्षतु मत्स्यमूर्तिः यादो गणेभ्यो वरुणस्य पाशात् स्थलेषु माया वटुवामनो व्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः.
Stanza 14. दुर्गेष्वडव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूतपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेधुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः. So when you, O Lord, took the avataram of Narasimha, so at that time the laughter that you gave, it reverberated in all the directions, right? So similarly, you, O Narasimha, you protect me from in all the directions. So no matter which direction I go, you protect me in all the directions. And at the same time, whenever I go to places, here it says which are very difficult to go to. For example, when you're going to the forest, so it's difficult to cross through the forest, or you're going into a very rough terrain, which is difficult to cross. So in all of those places, protect me, including, it says, Aji Mukhadishu, also in the war front, when you're going to a battle or something, you come and protect me. So essentially protect me in all the directions, as well as in places which are difficult for you to get through, forests or any other rugged terrain. Or Narasimha, come and protect me. So Durgeshvata Vyaji Mukhadishu Prabhu, comma Payan Risimho. So that's na and then the r is coming there. Payan Risimho Sura. Risimho Sura, you can say it together. Yuta Parihi Vimunchato Yasya Mahatta double ta Mahatta Hasam, comma Disho Vinedhur Nyapatanscha Garbhaha. दुर्गेष्वटव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूतपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेधुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः.
दुर्गेष्वटव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूथपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेदुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः. दुर्गेष्वटव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूथपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेदुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः.
दुर्गेष्वटव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूतपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेदुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः. दुर्गेष्वटव्याजिमुखादिषु प्रभुः पायान् नृसिंहोऽसुरयूतपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासं दिशो विनेदुर्न्यपतंश्च गर्भाः.
15. रक्षत्वसौमाध्वनि यज्ञकल्पः स्वधंष्ट्रयोनीतदधोवराहः रामोद्रिकूटेष्वत विप्रभासे स लक्ष्मणो व्याद्भरताग्रजोऽस्मान्. So see, you as Yajna Varaha Murti, when you took the Varaha avataram and then you performed a lot of yajnas, and as you are Yajna Varaha Murti, and then you lifted the earth itself with your with the tusks and with the horns and with the tusks, right? So you you Yajna Varahamurti, you please protect me from the evil or bad people or rogues who are on the streets. So when you're walking and then there are other enemies or any other bad people who are coming on the streets, you Yajna Varahamurti, you protect me. And then when you're on the top of mountains, which it is here, Adri Kuteshu, at the top of the mountains, O Parashurama, O Rama, you protect me. So the first word when it says Rama is referring to Parashurama. So, O Parashurama, you protect me from the top of the mountains. And then when I'm in foreign countries, when I'm out of my homeland and I'm in foreign countries, there Bharatogra Josman, the Bharata's brother, which is Rama, along with Lakshmana. So that's why he didn't use the word Rama again second time. So Bharatogra, Lakshmanovyat Bharatogra Josman. So Lakshmana along with the brother of Bharata, which is Rama, you both protect me when I'm in foreign countries. What is this? So Rakshat Vasau Madhvani Yajna Kalpaha, comma, Swadhamshtra Yonitha Dharo, double na, Yonitha Dharo Varahaha, Ramodri Kuteshwata Vipravase, comma, Sa Lakshmano Vyat Bharatagra Josman. That word comes together. Lakshmano Vyat Bharatagra Josman. Rakshatva Saumadvani Yajna Kalpaha Swadham Shrayonita Dharo Varahaha Ramodri Kuteshwata Vipravase Sa Lakshmano Vyat Bharatagra Josman.
Rakshatvasau madhvani yajna kalpaha swadamshtra yonitadharo varahaha ramodrikuteshvatha vipravase salakshmano vyad bharatagrajosman. Rakshatvasau madhvani yajna kalpaha swadamshtra yonitadharo varahaha Ramodrikoteshvatha Vipravase Sa Lakshmano Vyad Bharatagrajosman.
Rakshatvasau Madhvani Yajna Kalpaha Swadam Shrayonita Dharo Varahaha Ramodrikuteshvata Vipravase Sa Lakshmano Vyad Bharatagrajosman. Rakshatvasau Madhvani Yajna Kalpaha Swadam Shrayonita Dharo Varahaha.
You can say Swadamshtra Yonitha Dharo.
Swadamshtra Yonita Dharo Varahaha Ramodrikuteshvata Vipravase Sa Lakshmano Vyat Bharatagrajosman.
Okay, we'll switch. So maybe Prabha, you can be a student, and Kannan, you can be a student. We stop 16. Okay. Mamugra dharma takilat pramadhat Narayanah patu naraschahasat Dattastva yoga data yoga nadaha Payat guneshah kapilah karma bandhat. So here he says, so Narayana, right? So he says, oh, when you're in the form of Nara, so may you, when you took the form of Nara, protect me from unnecessary pride. The pride that I have, you please help eliminate. So I'm not proud of anything that I'm doing. And then as Narayana, you help to make sure I don't follow things which look religious but are not religious. So that's what they're kind of saying here, right? So things which are all kind of activities which are false religious principles. We don't know what it is. Okay, we don't know if what we're doing is the right one or the wrong one. So he says, oh, you come in the form of Narayana, you guide me. So I don't fall for those false religious things, right? And I'm not getting distracted with that. And then you in the form of Dattatreya, this is what we learned 36th chapter, Parashurama Avataram, right? The first to Dattatreya, it comes when the form of Dattatreya, you please protect me so that when I'm following the Bhakti Margam, I am not getting distracted and I'm not getting deviating from my Bhakti Margam there. And then you in the form of Kapila, the Kapilopakyanam which we did. So when you in the form of Kapila, protect me from not getting attached to materialistic things which are going to bind me, right? And are going to then hold me, tight by not doing other things. You make sure that I'm not getting attached to materialistic things and I'm remaining focused towards Bhakti Yoga. So, Mam Ugra Dharmat Akhilat. If you want to break it, you can break the Da into It and Da. Mam Ugra Dharmat Akhilat Pramadat. So you have double Na coming in the next word. Remove one of that Na, put the It. Pramadat first ta, it, comma. Next one starts with a na. So Narayanaha is there, put a F. Narayanah patu narascha hasat dattas tvayogadatha yoganathaha, comma, payat guneshaha, put a H, guneshah kapilaha, H again, kapilah karma bandhat. Mam ugradharmat akilat pramadat Narayanah patu narascha hasat dattastva yoga datayoganatah payat guneshah kapilah karma bandhat.
Mamugradharmad akhilat pramadat Narayanah patu narascha hasat dattastvayogat datayoganatah payad guneshah kapilah karma bandhat. Mamugradharmad akhilat pramadat Narayana patu narascha hasat dattastvayogat tatayoganatah payad guneshah kapilah karma bandhat.
Mamugradharmadakilat pramadat Narayana patu narachahasat dattatsvayoga datayoganatah payat guneshah kapilah karma bandhat. Mamugradharmadakilat pramadat Narayana patu narachahasat dattatsvayoga datayoganatah payat guneshah kapilah karma bandhat.
Stanza 17. Sanat kumaro vatu kamadevat hayashirsha mam pati deva helanat devarshi varya purusharchanantarat kurmo harirmam nirayada sheshat. So here a couple of four things getting covered here. One is kamam. So whenever I have lusty desires which are going to be distraction towards me, focusing and praying and all that. So Sanat, you in the form of Sanat Kumara, who is a Brahman. So you help me, right, to make sure that I'm not getting distracted with lusty desires when I'm actually doing the prayers. And then second is, it says, you Lord in the form of Hayagriva with a horse, head in the shape of a horse. So when I'm doing, when you forget to respect appropriate people by mistake or accidentally or intentionally, right? So the Brahmanas or the Lord, and if you forget to respect people, so please make sure that I'm not forgetting to do that, right? And I'm so protect me from that. And then Narada, Lord Narada, you protect me from if I make mistakes when I'm worshipping. So when you're worshipping, if you accidentally do things the wrong way, accidentally, so please protect me from that, so I don't make any such mistakes as well. And then Kurma Avataram, the Lord Kurma, you in the form of a tortoise, like you protect me, because when you do all these other things with the three things which you kind of mentioned, we then fall into not the next, the next janmam or anything where you will fall into a not so good place. So you protect me from not falling into in a wrong state in my next birth or even this birth. So kind of keep me contained in this, right? So it's the four things which are happening here. So Sanat Kumaro Vatu Kama Devat. So the next line again, you have a the and the two things coming there. So strike both of that. First Kama Devat, it you put, and then a comma. Next word, it becomes a ha. Now don't ask me why, but that's the general rule in Sanskrit. It and a ha, it becomes a double dha, and it comes in a few places like this. So the next word becomes a ha. Hayashirsha mam. So Hayashirsha is Hayagriva, the one who's got the Shirsha head of a Haya, which is a horse. So Hayashirsha mam pati deva helanath devarshi varyaha is there, put a F, devarshi varyah purusharcha nantarat comma kurmo harirmam nirayada sheshat. Sanat kumaro vatu kamadevat hayashirsha mam pati deva helanat Devarshi Varyah Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayada Sheshat.
Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevāt Hayashīshamam Patideva Helanāt Devarshi Varyah Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayada Sheshat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sanat Kumaro
I'm sorry, Prabha, Vatu, first ta, not a Vatu. Vatu Kamadeva.
Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevāt Hayashīshamam Patideva Helanāt Devarshi Varyah Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayada Sheshat.
Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevāt Hayarshīsha Mampati Deva Helanāt Devarshi Varyah Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayada Sheshat. Sanat Kumaro Vatukamadevāt Hayarshīsha Mampati Deva Helanāt Devarshi Varyah Purusharchanantarat Kurmo Harirmam Nirayada Sheshat.
Stanza 18. Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patvapatyat Dvandvad Bhayadrishabho Nirjitatma Yajñascha Lokat Avatanjanantat Balo Ganat Krodha Vashada Hindraha. So, of course, when we eat multiple things, at the end of the day, what we eat results in various other, problems for the body, mind and body and everything. So he says, you in the form of Dhanvantari, you protect me from all the illness which are actually caused due to wrong foods that I may actually take, right? And also protect me from physical illness. So not just the mental illness, but also from physical illness. You in the form of Dhanvantari, you protect me. Then Rishabhadeva, which comes in one of the chapters in Narayanam, the Lord's birth, Rishabhadeva, who is a yogi, Rishabha Yogishwara, who controlled his senses, right? To the extent that he doesn't get impacted with any temperature variations or anything. So in the form of Rishabha Yogishwara, you protect me from both the heat and the cold, extremes of heat and cold, you protect me from that. And then you in the form of Balarama, who is Adi Shesha, you protect me from serpents, from snakes, right? From angry serpents, you protect me in your form as Balarama. So Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patva Patyat, put it there and a comma. So the next one, it's the double the was there. So one of the goes as a it, the second id remains there. So Dvandvad Bhaya. Dvandvad Bhaya Drishabho. Dvandvad Bhayat Rishabho, but you kind of can say it together. So Dvandvad Bhaya Drishabho Nirjitatma. Yajñascha Lokat, you can take the Lokat Avataj Janantat. So double ja coming, ij and a ja. Avataj Janantat. It, you put a it and a comma. So this line is a little bit, in the stanza, a little tough stanza because there are a couple of changes you have to do there. So Avataj Janantat, it comma. Next one is Balo Ganat Krodha Vashada Indraha. So Balo here referring to Balarama. Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patyat Dvandvad Bhaya Drishabho Nirjitatma Yajñascha Lokat Avataj Janantat Balo Ganat Krodha Vashada Hindraha.
Dhanvantarir Bhagavan Patvapatyad Dvandvad Bhayadrishabho Nirjitatma Yajñascha Lokad Avatad Janantad Balo Ganat Krodha Vashad Hindraha. Indraha. Dhanvantir धन्वन्तरिर्भगवान् पात्वपत्याद् द्वन्द्वाद् भयादृषभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञश्च लोकाद् यज्ञश्च लोकाद्वतजन.
And the right, the loka cover the that is there, you break it into it and a. Okay, it'll be easier. Lokat avatad janantat. Then it'll be easy to say.
यज्ञश्च लोकाद् अवताद् जनान्ताद् बलो गणात् क्रोधवशाद् दहीन्द्रः.
धन्वन्तरिर्भगवान् पात्वपत्यात् द्वन्द्वान् भयादृषभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञश्च लोकात् अवतान् जनान्तात् बलो गुणात् क्रोधवशादहीन्द्रः धन्वन्तरिर्भगवान् पात्वपत्यात् द्वन्द्वान् भयादृषभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञश्च लोकात् अवतान् जनान्तात् बलो गणात् क्रोधवशादहीन्द्रः.
Just 1 second. Yeah. 19. Dvaipayano bhagavana prabodhat buddhastu pakandagana pramadhat kalkih kale kala malat prapatu dharmavanayoru kritavataraha. So interestingly, in Bhagavatam, in I think the first or the second chapters, I forget which one it was, where they tell all the avatars that the Lord has taken, right? Known avatar, and that's why I keep telling that there is not just 10, there are way more, right? So here it says, you when you are born as Dvaipayana is Krishna Dvaipayana, means referring to Veda Vyasa. So Dvaipayana means the one who is born in an island, and he was black in color, so he was called Krishna Dvaipayana. Later on he became Vyasa, right? Veda Vyasa, because he compiled the Vedas and everything. So in the form of Krishna Dvaipayana, in your incarnation, all the ignorance I have because I haven't learned the Vedas, right? So I might be very ignorant because I don't have all the knowledge. So you protect me from, so that I don't become, the ignorance I have, you protect me from that in the form of Krishna Dvaipayana. And then you in the form of Buddha. So that's where I was going to say, right? It says that you took the incarnation as Buddha. This was written in Bhagavatam, which came when? At the end of the Treta Yuga, right? So before the Kalki thing started, right? It was at least what, 3,500, 5,000 years back, right? When Krishna was Krishna must have passed away. Then I'm trying to think, because this was in Arjuna's so anyway, so on the Samayatla this was written. So it says, when you take the birth as Buddha, right? So you protect me from activities I might do which is opposing the Vedic principles. So first is ignorance I have because I haven't learned the Vedas. Then I might be doing certain things which are going against the Vedic principles or what Vedas are telling me. So you in the form of Buddha protect me from that, right? And then when you protect me, when you are born as Kalki Deva, that form of you which is going to be born as Kalki Deva, protect me from all the evils of the Kalki Yugam, the age of Kali. So on the age, whatever Kali Yugatla, whatever evils are there, whatever I'm going to do, when you are going to be born, you protect me from that. So Dvaipayano, the next word, you can break that na, it will be easier. Bhagavan, and then you put it in and the a, that will be easier to say it. Dvaipayano Bhagavan aprabodhat, comma, buddhastu pakhanda gana pramadat. Kalkihi is there, put a ich, h on kalkih, again kalehe, h sound again, kale, kala malat prapatu, comma, dharma vanayoru kritavataraha. Dvaipayano bhagavana prabodhat buddhastu pakandagana pramadhat kalkih kale kala malat prapatu dharmavanayoru kritavataraha.
द्वैपायनो भगवान् अप्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणः प्रमादात् कल्किः कलेः कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतवात
कृतावतारः
कृतावतारः द्वैपायनो भगवान् अप्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणः प्रमादात् कल्किः कले कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतावतारः
द्वैपायनो अप्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणप्रमादात् कल्किः कले कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतावतारः द्वैपायनो भगवान् अप्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणः प्रमादात् कल्किः कले कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतावतारः.
Answer 20. मां केशवो गदया प्रातरव्यात् गोविन्द आसङ्गवमात्तवेणुः नारायण प्राण उदात्त शक्तिः मध्यन्दिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणिः. So the entire day and the night, right? So it's divided into like 12 parts, and each of it has like, I think whatever minutes, right? So they divide into 12 parts. So now what in the next couple of stanzas, they're saying each part of the 12 part, who is going to protect. So the first it says is, so Keshava, so you look in the form of Keshava or Krishna, with the club that you have, you protect me on the first portion of the day. The Govinda, who is always playing flute, who has a flute in his hand, protect me on the second portion of the day. Narayana, protect me in the third portion of the day. And Mahavishnu, with your chakram, with your disc, protect me on the fourth part of the day. So this is the first 4 parts. So each of these lords, you protect me on each of the first 4 parts of the day. So Mam Keshavo Gadaya Pratar Avyat. You can put the ra, you can break it, it'll be easier. Pratar Avyat. Put the it at the end of that line and a comma. Next line, if you're following the Sanskrit text I sent, there's a da and then there is a go. So on the da, we put as it on the first line. So the second line becomes Govinda Asanga Vamata Venuhu Narayanaha. Is there put a F? Narayana Prana. So that her and the na, when it comes, right? That's kind of like, you can't say prahna either, nor can you say pranha either. It's kind of the na is kind of said with an emphasis of prana. So like ideally when you say, they say that you should feel the air coming out of your nostrils when you're saying that na. So it's like NHM and na when you say that, but don't stress too much about it. Just say prana. Narayana prana udatta Shaktihi. Put a visarga there and a comma. Shaktihi, comma. Next line. On top of that ma, if you have a ir, that goes away. Madhyandine Vishnur Arindra. If you want to break it, Vishnur Arindra Panihi. Mam Keshavo Gadaya Prataravyat Govinda Asangava Mata Venuhu Narayana Prana Udatta Shaktihi Madhyandhine Vishnurarindra
Mam Keshavo Gadaya Pratar
Avyat. Say it. Pratar Avyat.
Mam Keshavo Gadaya Prartaravyat Govinda Sangavam Vamatta Venuhu Narayana Prana Udatta Shaktihi Madhyandine Vishnurarindra Panihi. Mam Keshavo Gadaya Prartaravyat Govinda Sangavamat Vamatta Venuhu Narayana Prana Udatta Shaktihi मध्यन्दिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणिः
मां केशवो गदया प्रातरव्यात् गोविन्द आसङ्गवमात्तवेनुः नारायणः प्राण उदात शक्तिः मध्यन्दिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणिः मां केशवो गदया प्रातरव्यात् गोविन्द आसङ्गवमात्तवेनुः नारायणः प्राण उदात शक्तिः मध्यन्दिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणिः
21 देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामावतु माधवो मां दोषे हृषीकेश उदार्तरात्रे निशीत एकोवतु पद्मनाभः. So the first 4 parts of the day we saw. Now the fifth part of the day has 6 parts, night has 6 parts. So the fifth part of the day, Lord Madhusudana, Madhuhogradhanva is Madhusudana with your bow, you protect me on the fifth part of the day. Then in the sixth part of the day, Lord Madhava, form of your name of Madhava, you protect me on the sixth part of the day. Then the beginning of the night, the first part of the night, Rishikesha, you protect me. And in the second and the third part of the night, Lord Padmanabha, you protect me on the second and third part of the night. And you're going through the 12 parts of the day and the night, each part of the period, you in one of your names, right? You protect me from that. So Devo Parahne. So that one, because the ne is coming, you can kind of, the ich will automatically come as your first letter. So Devo Parahne Madhu Hogra Dhanva, comma, Sayam Tridhama Batu, Tridhama Batu, Madhavo Mam, Doshe Hrishikesha Utardha Ratre, comma, Nishita Ekovatu Padmanabha. देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामा बतु माधवो मां दोषे हृषीकेश उतार्धरात्रे निशीत एकोवतु पद्मनाभः.
देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामा वटु माधवो मां
वतु माधवो मां
सायं त्रिधामा वतु माधवो मां दोषे हृषीकेश उत्तार्धरात्रे निशीत एको वतु पद्मनाभः. देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामा वतु माधवो मां दोषे हृषीकेश उत्तार्धरात्रे निशीत एको वतु पद्मनाभः.
देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामावतु माधवो मां दोषे ऋषिकेश उतार्धरात्रे निशीत एकोवतु पद्मनाभः. देवोपराह्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामावतु माधवो मां दोषे ऋषिकेश उतार्धरात्रे निशीत एकोवतु पद्मनाभः.
We'll do one more and we'll stop today. Srivatsadhama pararatra ishah pratyusha ishosi dharo janardhanah damodaro vyadanusandhyam prabhate vishveshwaro bhagavan kalamurtihi. So we saw the second and the third part of the night, Lord Padmanabha protect me. So here the Lord who has Srivatsa mark on his chest. So may that Supreme Personality of Godhead protect me on the fourth part of the night, so which is slightly after the midnight portion. And then Lord Janardana, you protect me in the fifth portion of the night. And Lord Damodara, you protect me on the sixth portion of the night. And then you as Lord Vishweshwara, you protect me on the junction between the day and the night. So which is this way, you protect me on this all 24 hours of the day. So Srivatsa Dhama Pararatra Ishaha, comma. Next word in the printout I sent, it said Pratyusha, but you change it to Pratyusha. Put a long U there. So Pratyusha ईशोऽसि धरो Janardhanah, Damodaro Vyad. So the next word in the da that is there and the Vyad, it's easy if you break it into it and the a. So Damodaro Vyad Anusandhyam Prabhate. That will be easier to say. Anusandhyam Prabhate, comma, Vishveshwaro Bhagavan Kalamurtihi. Srivatsadhama Pararatra Ishaha Pratyusha Ishosi Dharo Janardhanah Damodaro Vyad Anusandhyam Prabhate Vishveshwaro Bhagavan Kalamurtihi.
श्रीवत्सधामा पररात्र ईशः प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि धरोर्जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्याद् अनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः श्रीवत्सधामा पररात्र ईशः प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि धरो जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्याद् अनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः
श्रीवत्सदामा पररात्र ईशः प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि धरो जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्याद् अनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः श्रीवत्सदामा पररात्र ईशः प्रत्यूष ईशोऽसि धरो जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्याद् अनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः.
We'll end the class here. I think we have another, it goes until 42. We right now at 22. So we should be able to finish the next 20 in the next class. सान्ध्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदेभ्यां निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनरुरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावद्भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानां कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि.